much like NFL talk right now going on. The draft's coming up. You know, that teams are, well, I don't know, experts are trying to figure out who's going where and what teams need who, and all this off-season stuff is happening. A lot of NFL stuff going on. Major League Baseball is kind of, you know, kind of finding its pace a little bit, and I don't know, starting to kind of take over headlines. NBA playoffs are huge right now, but for some reason, I feel like we should lead with Danica Patrick. I know. Talk about a show killer. I mean, just turn off right now. Elwood in the chat room says, thinks she might win the Indianapolis 500? No. No, I don't. And not unless everybody in front of her runs out of gas. Or has to, you know... Listen, here's my deal with Danica Patrick. And she has taken, on our show, Elwood, you know this, she has taken, traditionally, a beating, a verbal beating, on our show. I'm not a Danica fan. I think she's a gimmick. I don't think she's very talented. I mean, she's a better driver than me, probably. But, grand scheme of things, if she weren't a woman, I don't even know that she'd have a contract right now. She is in her, what, 4th racing season? She is. She's in her 4th season, and just now got her first victory. And it was a fluke. She passed one guy. She passed the Castro Neves, right? The Dancing with the Stars guy. She passed him in the last couple of laps, but she was in like 8th place, and everyone had to pit. Everyone had to pit because they were about to run out of gas. Her and Helio took a gamble, stayed out on the track. She passes him and ends up winning. All right, but had her crew not decided to make that risk, we'd still be waiting for Danica to get a win. It's not like she dominated the field. It's not like she won on a trick, on a gamble. Her racing skills did not win that race. I didn't watch the race, but I know how to read. Her racing skills did not win that race. Her pit crew did. I know hey, racing is, to a certain extent, an individual sport, but there's also a team behind every individual that, by and large, doesn't get the credit they deserve. And in a situation like this, they deserve all of the credit. She was racing up near the top all day, is what I understand, which is fine. She's done that before. And she's got some 4th place finishes. I mean, she's been around the top before, but she's never won. So she finally gets a win in Japan, and it is huge news. Danica Patrick wins. 7 guys ahead of her had to go pit in the last couple of laps, but she wins. She stayed out on the track, and she wins. Huge deal. She finally monkey off her back. Finally. Everybody calm down. And Elliot says, I wonder if she would be so big if she wasn't hot. I don't think she's that hot, but I do understand that, you know, she's an attractive girl. If she were some morbidly obese girl with a crater face and, you know, smelled like Crisco, she wouldn't, she probably wouldn't have a contract like she does. I mean, if she wouldn't have done a spread in FHM, she probably wouldn't be where she is today. But she's won one race. One race. And this is her 4th season. She's won one race, and like I said, is a gimmick. Like, it was a fluke of a win. She didn't outrace everyone on the track. She outgambled some people on the track. You know, I could probably find a list. I wouldn't do that. That would actually, it'd take time and a little bit of, I don't know. That would take something that I don't want to put it forth the effort to look this up. But I bet you I could find a list of guys who have won one race in their career, and it would be a long list of insignificant, nobody, who's that guy. I mean, hell, the only people I can even name in IRL are Danica Patrick and Helio Castroneves, and I can only name him because he was on Dancing with the Stars, a show I don't even watch. And I don't even know that I'm pronouncing it right. And I've heard him on talk radio a few times talking about Dancing with the Stars. Other than that, I wouldn't know anyone other than Danica Patrick in that sport. You know how many guys IRL have won one race and that's it, and their career just insignificant. Just who cares? You know, let her win a title. Let her win a bunch of races. I don't understand the fascination with this girl. And nobody else is I cannot find one person saying anything negative about her on TV, anywhere in print today, nowhere. Everybody's, oh, great for Danica. Finally wins. Yeah, it's super.